Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox. Welcome back to the channel. All right, you guys, let's talk about YSAP and his tax issues. And then let's have us a bit of a Rona check-in, you guys. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to keep Let's Talk About It going on. I mean, I guess I am, but now that YSAP is not in the office any longer, I don't feel like I need... I mean, you guys let me know what you think. Like, this video was made originally so that I could talk about things, and that if it got flagged, I didn't really care because, you know, it would be separated from top of the blogs. But now that, you know, YSAP is out of the office, I don't feel like there's anything that I can't talk about that won't get, you know, that's going to get flagged. Like, I don't know. I'm just trying to decide if I'm going to keep. I mean, it is kind of cool to have like the more serious subjects of politics and things like that over here, but then I'm just like, I mean, these two subjects that I'm talking about today, really, I could have just put in top of the blog. So I don't know. I mean, I probably will keep Let's Talk About It. It's a little bit more, you know, a little bit more serious and kind of getting to the business. So, I mean, but you guys let me know what you think. Should I keep Let's Talk About It or not? Anyway, today we got a little bit to talk about it, so let's get to it. All right, you guys. So the first topic that we're going to talk about today is YSAP and his tax issues. You guys know that we've known basically for the last year that New York was chomping at the bit, that they wanted to make sure that they were going to be able to bring some criminal charges up against YSAP, and I guess by any means necessary. So we've been trying to get a look at YSAP's tax records before he even became YSAP, all right? And for whatever reason, every other president has had to, provide that information. YSAP was able to not do it for the entire time that he was in the office. But now it has come to a time where he's no longer able to push away the request. He had to turn his tax records over to the Manhattan DA. And this is all a part of a probe into, just kind of where his money is going, the money that was used in his campaigns, the money that's been used by the family, the money that's been used. It's just been... they're trying to see what exactly is what. Basically, the New York prosecutors are trying to figure out where he got the money to pay Stormy Daniels. You guys remember that was the woman who was saying that he had a little thumb dick. And that, she said it was very strangely shaped and, it was odd. But anyway, she said, they paid her off right before the 2016 elections. And they're trying to find out where this money came from. If it did come from the campaign money, then that was illegal. Of course, YSAP has been saying that it's a witch hunt, like everything else that he says that comes against him. And I'm sure his lawyers have advised him, that he has nothing to worry about, or at least that's the way that he sees it in his mind. And he doesn't seem to be too bothered by this whole tax situation. We're just waiting to see exactly what comes of it. There is an investigation going on, though, and it looks like his son is getting caught up in it, Donald Trump Jr. He was brought in for a deposition a few days ago. We found out then that Ivanka was brought in a couple of months ago for a deposition, and he had brought his family in as part of his administration. And there's been so many gray areas where the money was spent. One in particular is that they rented the Trump Hotel for $1 million to have campaign things there, speeches or dinners, lunches, whatever they were doing. They rented out the space at the Trump Hotel. Okay. So they're trying to find out if that is legal, because this is a business, but this money is also going to Trump's pocket, when it all boils down. And then why was it so expensive to rent that space? So they're trying to look into the space, see if they were overcharged, and if that was a way to pull money off of the campaign money. There was some mix-up, $50,000 worth of rooms that were blocked out. Again, they're looking into that. That was something that Donald Trump Jr. was over, the blocking of rooms and making sure that their people were accommodated when they came into town, I suppose. So there's some things that they feel they used in order to get this money back into the wallet of YSAP. So the wallet of YSAP, that sounds like a book, huh? Campaign funds, inauguration funds, like all of this money, they're just not really sure if this was legal for him to have done. So we'll see what happens there with YSAP. More and more you don't hear him on the news, which is fine with me. We've gotten on to the next thing at hand, which is Biden and his administration, him trying to do whatever he's trying to do. So yeah, you don't hear much about YSAP. He is about to have his first public engagement. That is coming up. And you guys know that the Republicans have been on this dash, at least Mitch McConnell, and some people I'm assuming that agree with Mitch McConnell have been trying to separate themselves from YSAP, because it's still looked at as his party, as YSAP's party. They don't want that to be. They want to separate themselves. But with this big speech that he has coming up, definitely it's a big deal in the Republican Party. And as of now, I think YSAP is still he's still holding it down as the person over there. As far as Joe Biden is concerned, he's finally starting to be able to kind of get things in motion within his first 100 days. He is still trying to confirm people in his cabinet. He just had somebody that was turned down, I believe. I didn't write down her name. I'm sorry. She was going to be over the budget, I believe, and they turned her down because, get this, she was confrontational on Twitter. I was like, well, isn't that something? But, it goes against what Biden was saying when he first was sworn in, and he said that anybody that is disrespectful to anybody else will not be a part of his administration, that he would fire them on the spot, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so I guess it kind of doesn't work when you try to bring somebody in that's, offensive to the people. So that doesn't look like that's going to work out. He's still going to have to find somebody to do that. It's slow going because the impeachment trial did mess up, them trying to get his administration confirmed in. So that is going on, but it's just a slow moving process. And then evidently there has been chatter on the internet from, the extremists, the far right militia, the groups that, the Proud Boys and those types. Evidently on the web, they are chattering about the fact that they intend on attacking the Capitol when President Biden gives his State of the Union speech. That should be coming up soon. And they're already saying that they plan on being there. As a matter of fact, I believe the chatter is that they are going to bomb the Capitol. So again, I don't know what's going on up there in Washington, D.C. right now. I'm not sure if they're still on high alert. I mean, they probably are. So I'm assuming that they still have National Guard and they still have a lot of police presence up there. But now they are trying to strategize and, organize something with the Capitol Police so that we don't have a repeat of what happened before. I mean, I don't believe we will ever have a repeat like that again. I'm sure that at least I would hope that they would have learned, learn their lesson from before and will prepare themselves for next time. So next time might be coming. Okay. I was watching on World News Tonight last night. They were talking about the Capitol Police being blamed for not having any type of organized effort against the rioters. And the woman that is over everything was saying that, I'm sorry, I don't have anybody's name today. That's not like me, but she was saying that they weren't prepared because they did not know. Okay, they were not made aware of the extent of these people that were heading their way. Basically, Capitol Police just did not know. Now, they did reach out to the National Guards, and they said that they have that on record, that they needed help. and to local police that could come and help them, but it didn't happen right away. And I guess that's what they're investigating now, to try to find out like why they didn't make it there. Yet and still, you know, Capitol Police is just wanting to make sure that, you know, they're not getting caught with the, you know, smoke. Like, they don't want to be blamed for something when they just did not simply know what was going on, okay, until it was right up on them. And that's a little concerning, considering, like I said, they have this State of the Union, and the other side seems to be, I mean, they seem to already be organizing. So hopefully they'll get it together. But anyway, you guys, yeah, there's not too much more going on. They're trying to confirm this stimulus package. We can talk about that. Trying to confirm the stimulus package and get that going. There are certain things that I know for a fact will come, like the $1,400 per person, you know, under $75,000. You know, I think that will be happening for sure. I also think for sure the $400 extra a week on the unemployment insurance, you know, not from the state, but as a bonus from the stimulus package, I believe that will happen as well. As far as them trying to raise the $15, raise the minimum wage to $15, it looks like they have completely blown that one out the water. It will not be happening. There was some sort of precedence that they were able to come up with and say that it was not feasible. So they won't be having that $15 minimum wage. You know, and for some states that was going to be great. For others, it wasn't going to make much of a difference. For a lot of businesses, they were complaining that they weren't going to be able to afford all their employees, and that it would cause layoffs, and that it would have a reverse, effect on everything anyway. But whatever, we don't have to worry about it. I mean, not we, the businesses don't have to worry about it, because it doesn't look like that is going to happen. But the rest of the bill looks like the Republicans are trying to really fight this $1.9 trillion effort, even though, if I remember correctly, didn't the Republicans at one time say 1.9 million? Trillion? It seems like at one point they was with 1.9. Now they not with it, you know, and it's been a fight and all of that. But even there are Republicans who are, you know, even Trump supporters are still with this stimulus package, you know, and want it to be approved because they need the help. And at this point, you know, when your family is struggling, you don't have food, you don't have a roof over your head, you don't give a fuck where the help is coming from. You just know you need it. Okay. So they are even in favor of this, of President Biden's plan, and it's just a matter of getting it done. I believe, though, it will be done definitely before the extension wears out. And I think that's March 16th or something like that. So that should be coming soon, you guys. So y'all just hold tight, because, you know, everybody, man, I see it firsthand now with this new job that I'm doing. It's a lot of people that are suffering and need the help. So hopefully it'll be coming soon. Let's move on to the Rona. All right, you guys. So the coronavirus, let me give you guys some numbers. As of today, in the United States, we have reported 28.4 million cases. On February 25th, we had 77,804 new cases. That's on one day. We've had a total of 509,069 deaths since it started in March. So we're past the 500,000 mark, 500 million mark. I'm sorry. And on February 25th, we actually had 2,465 people die. And yesterday, it was reported that we have 52,669 people hospitalized. So if you guys have been listening to my numbers from the last few weeks, we are not tracking downward any longer. Everybody is saying that we are at a crossroads right here. Things could go really well or things could go really bad, depending on how the U.S. and its citizens behave between now and I guess this next week. But the fact that the numbers are not going down any longer, I mean, it's not a huge jump, but The numbers aren't going down any longer. I told you guys that they weren't sure if that was going to continue on. They were optimistically hopeful, but they weren't sure if that was going to continue because of these variants. Okay, we have the South African variant, we have the the UK variant. Now it looks like New York has its own variant. Remember, I told you guys that California has a variant, even though I don't hear much about that California variant. I know that it's out there, but it doesn't seem to be one that is doing as much as the UK variant. They're saying that the UK variant is the one that's going to be the dominant variant here in the United States by the end of March. But they're also saying that there has been something of a UK and a South African variant that has mutated together. And, I don't think that is enough cases for them to really say that that's a definite what's happening, but that's something that they're looking into as well. So, like I said, the variance is the one that's throwing a wrench in the program, and it's all going to be up to, what do you guys guess? Okay, it'll be up to those vaccinations, okay? So we have Moderna and we have Pfizer, okay? Those two are the ones that are out right now. Those are the ones that are inoculating the people. I think as of now we have had, I think they're saying 15% of the nation has been vaccinated. So very slowly but surely it is happening. They are still saying that they are ahead of President Biden's, his target of making sure that I think he said 100 million people are inoculated by his first 100 days. They're well on their way to hitting that goal, but experts say that goal actually is not that big and that they need to actually stretch for something more because these variants, like I said, are throwing a wrench in the program. Okay. And we really need to make sure that people are vaccinated so that, because they're saying that the vaccinations, they still do help with fighting the variants. Okay. And they're saying that Moderna and Pfizer are both tweaking their vaccinations so that they can fight those variants as well. So yeah, we've just got to get everybody, a shot in the arm. Now, Johnson & Johnson, we've been hearing a lot of talk about them. They are about to, today, this evening, we'll find out if they were approved, if the FDA gave them an emergency approval so that they can get the vaccinations out. If they get emergency approval tonight, then the vaccinations will go out on Monday. Johnson & Johnson's vaccination is different in so much as it's only one dose. They only have to have one shot. They're saying that it's 86% effective and that it's 100% effective against hospitalizations and death. All right. So everybody that they tested the vaccination on, nobody went to the hospital, nobody died. Okay. And now they're saying that 74% is 74% effective against asymptomatic spread. It's not temperamental, so it doesn't require, special extra cold temperatures and special refrigeration, special freezing. Johnson & Johnson's vaccination can go in the regular refrigerator, and so it can have a longer shelf life, and they don't have to be as, it's just something that's a little bit easier for them to give out. So it's just a matter of time. And I think that they will get approved today because they've been talking about it nonstop on the news. And like I said, they need this. Johnson & Johnson is saying they can have 3 to 4 million people vaccinated next week. And they're saying that they could have 100 million by the summer. Okay. And then when Moderna and Pfizer, they're saying that they would each have 600 million vaccinations available. So that's 300 million people that can be vaccinated there. So when you put Johnson & Johnson, Moderna and Pfizer together, we could really do some things if we can get all, if they can get the logistics together and make sure that they give everybody the shots. At least we'll know that they'll have the shots there. And as a matter of fact, they're saying that they may have a surplus. Okay. And I believe that that is the goal. So like I said, we're at a crossroads, because are we going to be able to get all these vaccinations out to these people so that it can fight against these variants that continue to pop up? I guess we will see. What else is going on in the Rona world? They finally did approve teachers to be vaccinated. They are next in line, and that needed to happen, so good for them. You see more and more that they're determined to get these people back into the classrooms, and I don't see why it should be that difficult a task to vaccinate these teachers, just to put everybody's mind at ease. I know that the schools are, that the past has shown that the schools are pretty safe and all, but just to ease everybody's mind, especially when eventually they're saying by the end of spring or the middle of spring that all adults will be able to get to the vaccinations whichever way they want. So just going to give it to the teachers, and so we can be done with it. Okay. They really need to give it to the college students too. And that's been the biggest argument, is that the college students have been ignored in all of this. Okay. And the college students are the ones that are just spreading the virus quite easily. Okay. So it seems like they would have actually left that available to the college students. But then, if they did that, then it would be like, no, because they're too young and this and that and the other. See, it's also very political. And it's unfortunate that politics have woven their way through a health crisis, because now everything is always second guessed instead of just moving forward ahead with common sense. But we do have good news. I do have a little good news. Nursing home deaths are down dramatically. And they believe that that is because nursing homes were the first to get the vaccinations. And now, I just read an article actually the other day of a nursing home where everybody was brought back out and they were able to sit in the cafeteria. Hadn't been in there since March of last year. They were all able to sit together and play board games together and just talk with their friends. And they hadn't seen their friends, even though they've been living under the same roof for a year and almost a year. This was the first time of them getting together, and how happy they were. And, they were doing each other's hair and doing each other's nails, and the story was just so sweet, you guys. So that is a plus. And that also is confirmation that the vaccinations do work. So if we could just treat the rest of America the way that it's happened for the nursing homes, if the deaths are so dramatically down, if that same model would work for the rest of the country, then by Christmas next year, we'll be back to normal, you guys. So let's just hope that things go in the right direction and they can get a hold on this. Speaking of nursing homes, Andrew Cuomo is having some bad times down there up there in New York. First they love you, then they hate you. Okay, remember how much we championed Andrew Cuomo when he when coronavirus first started, for his leadership. Now he's under fire because he made a decision to return the elderly to the nursing homes back whenever it was, and they had COVID-19. Okay, so they were released from the hospital, and he put them back in the nursing homes, and there was a huge jump in the nursing home deaths. Okay, and his administration hid it. They hid the numbers. They did not want to report it because he was afraid that YSAP's administration was going to blast that and make it political. So he didn't let the people know, and of course they found out about it, and now everybody is upset with Andrew Cuomo for putting the elderly in danger like that and ultimately killing a lot of people. They're saying that his blood is directly on his hands. So he's definitely under fire right now. You know, the leadership in all of these states, whether it's the governors or the senators, it ain't looking good for them these days, you guys. Everybody's making these bad moves. On top of that, they're saying that he's facing a sexual harassment accusation. There's some woman saying that he said, let's play strip poker on his, you know, on their private plane, I guess, when the administration was flying somewhere. There have been witnesses that were there that said that did not happen. So I don't know if that case is going to go any further, what's going to happen there. But yeah, Andrew Cuomo is having some problems. And I've been meaning to watch his brother every night to see if they ever do talk about it on CNN, because I would like to know what he thinks about all of this. Because yeah, Andrew Cuomo, they ain't too pleased with him right now. And I could understand why. I mean, we already knew that nursing homes were like, that was like the hotbed at the beginning. So why would he make that decision to put those people back in danger like that? So yeah, bad times for your boy. But anyway, I think that's pretty much it. Wasn't the most organized of topics today, so you guys, whatever else you want to talk about in the comments, y'all just talk about it in the comments, you guys, and let me know again what you think about Let's Talk About It. Do you want to keep this video? I mean, I'll do it if that's what you guys think. I don't know. I mean, it's whatever. Just let me know. All right, you guys, let me get off of here and get on back to work. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Rox. The channel is Rox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, Roxstars. Bye.